one of them tuned in every single week, it wouldn't be as many people as watch Top Gear on BBC Two. And this is the problem for Clarkson and May and Hamond as well, as they go into this new venture, is they're going to make a lot of money, they're going to get a lot of creative freedom, but are they going to disappear into obscurity effectively because the audience just isn't there? Remember that Amazon, unlike Netflix, which is its big competitor, Netflix is in a lot of countries now. Amazon is still only in 3, the US, the UK and Germany. It will use this new Clarkson motoring show with Clarkson's global recognition to expand into more territories and to market itself in those territories. But it's not there yet. And the question is there a big enough audience to sustain the kind of Clarkson buzz and bandwagon that we've seen with Top Gear?
And to sustain the production cost, because it's an expensive program to put together. And we know, for instance, that you were telling me a little bit earlier, there is no Amazon Prime in China, for instance, which has just started its own version of Top Gear.
Yeah, I mean, Andy Willman, the producer, who's moved with Clarkson to the new venture with Amazon, he's said today that they wanted freedom, creative freedom, money, and a home, a broadcasting home, which has an appetite for quality. Now, all of those things cost money. This is a tens of millions of pounds bet that Amazon is placing on these three. And it's as much of a risk for Amazon as it is for Clarkson and his chums. This is the moment when Amazon becomes a big grown-up broadcaster. And as I wrote on my Forbes blog earlier today, that Jeremy Clarkson doesn't stop being Jeremy Clarkson just because he moves to Amazon. So what happens the next time he insults someone because of their skin colour, their nationality, their sexuality, when the next time, conceivably even, that he punches someone? How do Amazon deal with that when they aren't regulated as a broadcaster in the way that the BBC is, when they don't have those internal procedures necessarily to take care of those things?
That will be very interesting. Also, how much of the format are they allowed to take from the BBC to Amazon?
Well, technically, none of it. They're not allowed to copy anything that belongs to the BBC.
So it ain't going to be called Top Gear?
No.
There won't be a Stig?
There can't be a Stig. There can't be star in a reasonably priced or star in a moderately priced car. Of course, the format, in other ways, was pretty loose. It was 3 guys in a studio and then driving around doing stunts in cars. So it's pretty easy to have a show that looks quite similar, but that doesn't have those distinctive elements that belong to the BBC.
Neil, it's good to see you. Neil Midgley there, media commentator. Thanks for coming.